Hey, did you hear about that? Did you hear that black people don't camp? Stay tuned and let's talk about that. Hey, Keeping It Real RV Life viewers. Nice to see you today. A couple of things I want to note before we get started on our video is that annoying noise you hear in the background might be familiar to some of you, and it's our generator. And we're running it because this RV is too big to park at our home, so we rent a space at a storage facility to park it. And I wanted to record this video, so if you're not hooked up to full power, which we are not in a parking lot, you have to run the generator to get full power. And later on I wanted to show you the RV since some of you asked, what does it look like inside? So I wanted to show you. The second thing is I want to put out a disclaimer that anything that I say in this video is purely my opinion and the opinion of Keeping It Real RV Life. It does not represent anyone else or anything else. All right. I'm not here to speak for all the black people of America, just me. All right. So today's topic is, do black people camp? Or black people don't camp? Today I'm here to find out, maybe ask you all, have you heard that before? Or do you think that opinion, and it is an opinion, do you think that's the real deal? So, this is Keeping It Real RV Life, and I'm going to keep it real for you today with my opinion. All right? So, I have noticed in the few places that we've been that I don't see a lot of people that look like me. All right? So most of you know that, yeah, I'm black. I'm married to a white man. So our camping is really, you see very few black people, and you see, I don't think I've yet seen, but I haven't been a lot of places, I haven't yet seen an interracial couple. So let's talk about why maybe you don't see a lot of black people camping. So, wait, I want to back up a minute. So, when it comes to a lot of things, people say that black people don't do them. They say, black people don't swim. Black people don't play hockey. Black people don't like cold weather. You all know I could go on and on with the things that black people don't like or don't do. All right? But black people do camp. We camp. I'm here to tell you today that we do camp. So I wanted to really talk about maybe why, and specifically my experience with camping. So I've never been a camper. I didn't grow up with camping. It wasn't something that my family did or my extended family did. I was going to say none of my children have been camping, but that's not true because my son Scott did go camping when he was about 9. He did go overnight camping. So, but it's not an experience that was really even thought about in my family. I'm a girly girl. I don't like bugs. I would never ever sleep on the ground unless I had to, was made to, or some unforeseen circumstance came up. And I'm not trying to be bougie. I'm just trying to keep it real. Those are just things that, I don't particularly like. So having an RV, having a fifth wheel, some people would say that this is not really camping, it's glamping. Call it what you will. This is how I choose to roll. But anyway, camping wasn't really something that, sound interesting to me. My upbringing, well, my mom, growing up, my mom's in her 80s. So growing up, she picked cotton in Mississippi. So I don't really believe that, well, I know that her experiences outdoors weren't good experiences. So certainly she wouldn't have thought of sending her kids camping growing up, her girls camping. And plus, Black people growing up in the segregated South didn't have a lot of options, to do things, especially outdoors. That was just the law. So a lot of activities weren't afforded to Black people. So that might be a reason why you see so few of us today camping. Now, since there are so few of us that I've seen, even in person or on the internet, that look like me, some people might ask, well, do you feel safe? Do you feel safe out camping? Well, to be honest, so far my husband and I have only camped in KOAs, which are Camping Association of America parks. It's not Camping Association of America. It's Campgrounds of America. Sorry, KOA. Campgrounds of America, KOA. So we haven't really camped in just plain wide open country or, quiet spaces that there aren't a lot of people around. But I do feel safe, We pray. We ask God to watch over us every time we go out camping, wherever, we pray. We are people of faith, so we pray. And if that has turned you off, you can unfollow us and unlike us right now, because you will hear me mention God. He's the most important part of my life. So we pray, and we're safe, if you know what I mean. We're able to keep ourselves safe. And I wouldn't say that we feel uncomfortable in places where we RV and park. Racial profiling and, all these racist laws that existed prevented Black people from camping. And to be honest, back in those times, really, and even now, Black people might feel uncomfortable being in the woods, It's not a good history of good things that happen to Black people in the woods. Y'all know it. Let's be real. So, like I said, we pray and we pack. And life has been good. So, I just thought of something. I want to talk about my my license tag. Well, my husband's license tag on his truck. So, I made this tag for his truck that says, Big Booty Judy and Hangin' Henry got hitched. And there's a picture of his truck and the RV hitched together. Okay. Big Booty Judy is my husband's truck, and Hangin' Henry is the RV. So I was telling my mom one day about the license tag that I had made for Donald's truck. And she became so worried. Oh, no. Please don't put that on your truck. Because the Hanging Henry connotation made her immediately think of hangings, black people being hung. And she knows, as us being an interracial couple, she and her elderly and thought process of her upbringing, she didn't want us to draw any attention to things of that sort. But I had to explain to her, Mom, it's really a sexual connotation. It doesn't have anything to do with nooses or black people being hung, Mom. So now she laughs at it because she understands, she gets it now. So it's funny to her now. Now, would I have let my kids go camping? Of course I would have. But they weren't just interested. My girls are girly girls like me. My boys are geeks. And, I'm sure they're not offended by that, because that's the truth. That's the truth. And that's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. They're beautiful children, beautiful adult children. But I would have let them have gone, if they had an interest in camping. Absolutely. My husband, on the other hand, has had plenty of experience in camping. It was something their family did. He grew up with it. He's experienced it. He slept on the ground. He's camped outside, and he has had the experience, of camping in a motorhome or a travel trailer. So we bring our experiences together, my very little knowledge and his much more abundant knowledge of camping together. And this is what we've decided to do as a family and as our retirement, because I was given the option of seeing outside of the United States, going places, or seeing America. Now, some of you are saying, what? You didn't choose the world? You chose America over the world? Well, kinda. I did the smart thing. Between me and you, I think I'm going to get to some of those places that I really want to see in the world. But I went with the more guaranteed route of buying this fifth wheel and knowing that I will get to see so many parts of America that I've never been. I've never really even been, I've only really been on the East Coast of America. I have family in California, for goodness sakes. I want to see every state. So we got this cool map where we scratch off, every state that we have spent an overnight in. And I've only got 4 states crossed off. So I got to get to going. So when we retire fully in a few years, I'm going to start working on that map. Coming to see you too. So a few years back, there was this camping study that was done that asked Black people, African American people, did they feel safe while camping? And 42% of them said that they do. So, I smile when I look online and I look on Facebook and different places and I see these Black people doing their thing. It is amazing. It just brings a smile to my face, especially to see Black women who are doing their thing, camping and seeing the world. The world belongs to all of us. The United States belongs to all of us. So I'm loving that we're doing what we want to do in seeing the world, because what's wrong with that? So a lot of this is just negative stereotypes. Some of it's partly true, but our visibility in a lot of these areas is changing. It's slow, but it's changing. The perception of how Black people feel about outdoors is changing. You know, it is changing. And hey, however long it takes, just know that we are here. We are doing it. We are experiencing it more. Things that you don't normally consider that Black people do, we're doing it. So watch out for us. And hey, we're here. We're Black. Well, I'm Black. We're doing it. So hey, keeping it real, Army Life. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the like button. And if you haven't already,